Hello, Jen here, and I have a little bit of a different video for you guys today. So I was doing some crafting and I realized that this might actually be something fun that I could show you. So my desk is messy and I have stuff all over the place, and this wasn't totally planned, but I think that you guys might like to see what I'm doing and have fun. I do a lot of DIY crafty things and I just don't normally show them, so I thought let's try something a little different. So what I am doing is some pumpkins. Most of the crafts that I do, the little DIYs, I find them on Pinterest or I find them on Dollar Tree DIY YouTube channels. So a lot of them are Dollar Tree, upcycle, that type of thing, projects. So let me show you what I'm working with today to make my pumpkins. Dollar Tree has these styrofoam pumpkins for $1.25 here in Canada. You Americans get them for $1. So I have 6 of them that I am going to recover using this fabric. So I already started the process by painting my pumpkin white. Their little green tops just pop out. They're only held in there by a toothpick, and they're hollow inside. So if you wanted to get these just to like have some pumpkins, you can actually carve these. Carve a hole in the top, carve the inside, carve a face, whatever you want to do, and just have really cute little pumpkins. But we are going to cover them up with sweaters. Well, originally the plan was to get 3 different sweaters at Value Village. I got this white sweater for $5.99. It's nice and big, so this will be the section that I will use to cover up my pumpkin. So you can see it'll look like that. But then I also have the sleeves to do another project with. So that, I can show you that project as well. Then I got this infinity sweater type scarf. And again, it's got lots of fabric. So this will be covering up 2 of the pumpkins to make them gray. And then the last one that I got is for $2.49. It's just this scarf in an orange. Let me see, I'm gonna pull it apart here. And I just liked the orange. And I think I can get quite a few pumpkins with this as well, because the pumpkins are orange themselves, so it doesn't need to be doubled up the way it is right now. It actually covers pretty nicely. Like that. So you have stuff around the house, you could use old sweaters. If you have little kids who have old sweaters, if you're going through all their stuff and getting ready for winter, and so you're pulling out old sweaters that no longer fit them, or vests, or all those cute things that little kids have, you could be using those. Excuse my kitten, she's so upset that the kids are outside playing without her. T-shirts also work really well. The t-shirt material is really nice and stretchy, so that's another option if you didn't want to go out and buy this type of stuff. So yeah, lots of different materials, fabrics, even old tablecloths or pillowcases or blankets, duvet covers, baby blankets, absolutely anything works for this. So the first step that you're going to do is take the little stem that's normally in your pumpkin. You're just going to pop that out, and using some acrylic paint, I just picked up the cheap Dollar Tree acrylic paint. It's not super thick, but I don't think it needs a huge coverage. If you have a really large knit fabric you know, sweater or scarf or whatever you're using, and it's going to be showing a lot of the pumpkin, then you might want to either invest in a better coverage acrylic paint, something that's a little bit thicker, or a chalk paint would work really good for this, or just do multiple coats. But for me, I just picked this up because I didn't think that any of my particular sweaters needed the, you know, super duper coverage. So you go from this to this. That's one coat of acrylic paint, and you can see it absorbs quite a bit, but this definitely takes the tone of the orange down. And then this is 2 coats, so a pretty big difference. So I'm going to use this one for my white sweater, this just 1 coat for the gray, and then for the orange I don't need it at all, so they're not getting painted at all. So once you've got these all painted and dried, you are going to turn it into this. So cute. So I just put this little topper back in, but I actually think what I might do is take some of the rope that comes from Dollar Tree and wrap the rope around it and make my own stem. And then to get the greens, I just have one of these flowers, also from Dollar Tree, in their little fall section. I pulled out the green leaf, popped that in there, and used a package of their loose maple leaves. None of this is glued in because I'm still trying to decide how I want it to look at the top, but I just popped that in there. You could glue that all down with some hot glue, or it actually stays pretty good like that if you wanted to make these pumpkins and have them be transferable from Thanksgiving to Halloween. You don't have to glue anything down. You can leave it like this, and then when it comes time to do a Halloween pumpkin, you can pull all this stuff out, take the wrapping off, wrap it in something spooky like, hold on, like this. This kind of stuff that you can get. This is from Dollarama, but you can get it at Dollar Tree too. There's black and white and all that. So you could do that if you wanted. Or you could make them more permanent and use some hot glue to glue everything down. So, yeah, that's where it's kind of fun and you can experiment. If you have burlap ribbon, you could wrap some burlap ribbon around here and make a bigger one. Or what I saw on YouTube is they just went outside and found some sticks and plunked a stick down in there, which is what I might end up doing that as well. I just have to actually go somewhere to get some sticks because we had winter come to us a little bit early this year, and so our trees are kind of dead and a bit of a mess and everything's wet, so I'll see if I can find that. But anyways, let me show you how I did this. So for my white pumpkins, I have 2 coats of the paint set to go, and then all I did was I just followed this little circle in the top of the pumpkin using my craft knife and kind of on an angle, just like you would carve a pumpkin. It just helps to kind of give your fabric a little bit of extra bite, so you can see how I'm going on an angle. And I'm just following. It doesn't have to be perfect. Depending on the thickness of the material you pick, if it's a t-shirt material, you might want to make that cut a little bit smaller because you don't need quite as much of a space in the top. But you can see there how these are hollow, so you could, if you wanted, carve them, which is really a cute idea that makes them so versatile. So once you have your hole in your pumpkin, you're going to go ahead and cut your sweater. So you can see here I cut the whole front panel. So now I'm just going to cut the back panel. And when I was trying to measure, basically I just stuck my pumpkin down, and I just wanted to make sure that I could bring it up on all sides. And then I knew I had enough. So more is better than less, but if you don't have a piece of fabric that is this big, you could always skip cutting out the hole and use your hot glue gun and just cover from here to here and just glue it around the edge. That would work too, and then you might want to take some rope or something to cover up. There's lots of ways that you could make this work. So let me just cut a square here. And you don't have to be neat with this part because you're not going to see the edges. And if you have a sweater that you're using that was store manufactured, meaning like it wasn't hand knit or hand crocheted for you, it actually doesn't come apart as easily as people think it might. So you can see here, I was really worried about cutting this, that it was going to really fray, but it hasn't unraveled or anything like that. So what I have left over from this sweater are the 2 sleeves, and I'm going to make smaller little stuffed pumpkins with those in another video. Okay. So find the side that you want to be your outside. And then you're going to stick your pumpkin in the middle. And it is literally as easy as sticking it through that hole and then coming up and plopping it down and then coming up, and you kind of adjust as you go. It's okay if it's really big, because by adding extra bulk down through the center, it holds it in place and holds it nice and tight. And see how I'm kind of going around and making these little folds here? That really helps to create the illusion of the pumpkin. So just keep going around and tucking. It's pulled fairly tight, but not super tight, because there is so much bulk in there that it's holding itself down without needing to be pulled too tightly. And then we'll just get that last piece in there. And so there you can see our pumpkin is all covered. You can go and sort of fix any of these spots that might be really thick. Just create the look that you want. I kind of like that each one's a little bit different, because pumpkins are all different. So there is our wrapped pumpkin. And then to do this top, all I did again was just take off, let's see, take off one of these little centers, and I added 2 little leaves. And I added the middle back in, so this just goes straight through the hole in the leaf. And then I just found a spot where I could tuck those in. And that's it. So those are my 2 white pumpkins. Whoops. So now I will do the gray and orange ones. love how simple and cute these are. I have them scattered all over my house and they're just a great fall touch. I would love to bring you some more fall and Halloween and Christmas DIYs, so let me know if you like these videos by leaving some comments down below, as well as give me a big thumbs up and subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye!